So good morning everyone. Today we will start the chapter. The name of the chapter is the separation of substances. It is the fifth chapter of your textbook. So we will discuss about the separation of substances. In our surrounding we find the different kind of substances and there is a need to separate them so that we can use them. So here we will study about the separation of substances. Okay, so why there is a need of separation of substances? The need of that is that to remove the impurities out of the useful substance thing. First thing is that like we have to remove the stones, pebbles from the pulses, grains before eating or before cooking. So that we have to remove the harmful or non-useful substances out of the useful substances. Second thing is what is the need is to separate both the components, because both the components are useful and both components while separating we can use them in this different way. For example, when we preparing a butter at home, so what we do, we use the curd, milk, and then after that while churning with the churner we separate the buttermilk from the butter. Okay, and both of the buttermilk and butter both are used eating separately. Okay, so these are the need, that means we need all these substances in the separate form so that it can be used in the different components and we can remove the harmful impurities. Now, what are the methods by which we are able to separate those substances? The first is the hand picking. As the name suggests, hand picking. Okay, so this is the simplest process which we use manually when we cook food like rice, pulses. So before cooking, your mother just pick out the stones, husks, pebbles from the useful material, that is from the dal and the rice. So hand picking is the removing of impurities, larger impurities or the particles. Okay, so this hand picking is commonly used in our day-to-day life at home. But when the quantity of the grains are too much, so it's quite difficult to separate out these stones and pebbles. Okay, so hand picking is the first process. Second is the threshing. Threshing means hitting something. That means after harvesting, when the grains, when the crops are ripened, we form the bundles and spread that in the field to dry up. And we make a bundles of the paddies and the wheat. After that we took the platform. That is the platform. That platform would be of plank or would be of a stone. Okay, and on this manually the person hit that bundles of crop over it so that the grains which is present on the plant, that grains are removed from the stalk. So threshing is the process to separate the grain from the stalk by hitting it on the solid surface so that we can easily remove the grains out of the stalk, and that stalk is used for the fodder, as a fodder by the cattle. Third one is the winnowing. Winnowing is the process by which we can remove the lighter components. So you have seen that after collecting the grains at your home, how they remove the lighter impurities. You find that with the help of air or with the use of fan, your mother with the help of soup keep all the grains on it and move like this, so that the heavy grains will be assembled in one place and the lighter one will be assembled in the other place. Okay, so that means we can separate the two components of mixture whose weight is different. Lighter one will be move away due to the air and the heavier one will be fall on the closer to the surface. And if you take any platform, a raised platform, that means your mother will stand on a stool and with the help of soup she does the same process, you will find that it will be work easier. So that process is known as winnowing. Next one is the sieving. Sieving is the process by which we can just separate out the fine particles from the little bit non-fine particles, that is through the holes, and we remove the branches. Just like that at your home also, when your mother need a flour, before that she use a strainer, a sieve to just take out the flour and just remove the bran, जिसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं चोकर. तो आटे से चोकर सेपरेट करना, that means to remove the brand from the floor before kneading it. So that is also a process of sieving. Along with this, we can also use while preparing a tea. There is a strainer, जिसे हम हिंदी में छन्नी कहते हैं. Okay, so that strainers is used for what? Just to get a tea here, and these are the tea leaves. Okay, so that means sieving is allowed to pass out the fine particles from the small hole. And if you see in your surroundings some construction work is going on, you will find that they having a mash, and they just throw the sands here, and the fine particles of sand will be assembled here, and the pebbles will be there. Okay, so this is the process of sieving. So it is also used in our home too. Next one is the sedimentation, decantation and filtration. As your mother cook food, before cooking the dal or before cooking the rice, what she does, first she clean it while hand picking process, take out the stones, pebbles, husk, impurities. After that she add water in it and wash it properly and keep that rice or dal in the water, so that the heavier, that means the rice and the dal will be settled at the down, and on the top you will find the lighter particle is floating. So same process is the sedimentation. When we take a glass of water and add some soil, after that you will find that the soil particles will be settled at there, and there will be the water, and lighter particles will be float. So it is used at home also. After this process is known as sedimentation. When you separate out this water from this settled material, that is known as decantation. Okay, so decantation means when we just separate out the water from the soil, or that means when your mother removed the water from the rice or the pulses before cooking, she washed. So that is known as decantation. So that you will get the water, this water is still or dirty. And how we just clean it? We can use a strainer or the filter paper which is available in the labs. So filter paper is having it's a kind of paper in which when you just keep in this filter paper, you will find that the water will filter and fine particles will be trapped in it. Okay, so this is the sedimentation, decantation and filtration. After that, the evaporation and the condensation. Evaporation means when the water changes into water vapors, and when it changes into water vapors, when it gets boils. So rainwater, that means how does the rain come? When the natural resources of water like lake, pond, river, when the water get heated, it get evaporated. So while heating, when this water boils at 100 degree, it is evaporated, and this is known as it changes into water vapors. This is known as evaporation. When you keep a plate while boiling the water, you will find a small droplet. So these water vapors will again change into the water, that is known as condensation. So evaporation is a process by which the water changes into water vapor, and when water vapor condenses and changes into water is known as condensation. So these are the different methods by which we can separate the substances which are in the form of mixture. Now in case if you want to separate the salt from the sand, so how will we separate? The simplest process is that first take the sand is there and salt is there. Okay, with the different color we can indicate. This black color is the salt and the green color is the sand. Now how will we separate? The first method is we add the water in it. Okay, in the water, then what happen? The salt is get dissolved. Okay, so salt is dissolved with the water and sand is settled down. This process is known as sedimentation. After that, remove this salted water and heat it, so that when you heat it, then the water is get evaporated and you will find only the salt here. Okay, so that means this evaporation is occur. So sedimentation, decantation, after that evaporation, and while you keeping a plate here, that condensation will take place, and in the beaker you will get only the salt. So in this way we can separate the salt and sand while this different methods. Okay, now suppose when we take a glass of, suppose we can take a glass of water and add a 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoon of salt, it can easily dissolve. But when we raise the quantity, when we add 4 teaspoon, 5 teaspoon of salt, then what happens? Some of the salt will not dissolve and it keep at the bottom. So that condition is known as saturated. That means the substance which no more dissolve in a water is known as saturated point of that substance. If we want to dissolve this 4 teaspoon of salt, then what other method will be used? We can use the other method, that is what we can use. We can use another method, that means while heating also we can dissolve this 4 teaspoon of salt. So this is all about the chapter. The name of the chapter suggests separation of substance, and these are the techniques or the method by which we can easily separate out the things. And in our daily life also we all use this. Hand picking commonly used, threshing is used in the field, winnowing is used in the field. Even when you just take the grams also, so you just peel it out while pressing like this, you can just peel out the outer covering. Sieving we use both while preparing a tea and while we just need a flour or the other thing. Sedimentation, decantation, filtration, this is also used for the water. That means the water that we get from the nature, from the river, it is first decantated, sedimented, decantated, and then after it is filtered and reached to your home. Evaporation and condensation in your surrounding also and in your kitchen also. When your mother cooks food, when your mother cooks vegetables, so this process will take place. So these are the common methods by which we can easily separate the material. Hope you understood. Go through the chapter, read the chapter, and do the question fill-ups and the true and false of this chapter. Thank you.